teachers are saying that students have terrible reading skills and just lack reading comprehension.
So this video was alarming to me. A first video that I saw today, and I couldn't believe it was real. This lady, I think, is a teacher or something, and she's talking about the reading comprehension of students in grade 9. And first, she has like examples of multiple students, and I think they go on like a school field trip or something like that, and they're asked to like write a few sentences afterwards about their reaction to the field trip, and they can't spell or do grammar, anything in English in the United States. And I have never seen anything like this. And the second thing is, I watched the video once and I was just so like shocked. And then I watched it again and I was just kind of like depressed. The fact that you're in grade 9, because if you can remember yourself in grade 9, like, what do you mean you can't read in English if that's your like main language, right? And then she said that some of the students were 15 years old. You're not 15 when you're in grade 9. I graduated from high school when I was 15. You're in grade 11 or 12 when you're 15. You graduate from high school normally when you're 16. And it was just so shocking. So you mean to tell me that your grade 9 students are 15 years old? I'm not saying you can't be like developmentally delayed, but she's talking about regular students that can't read. And I grew up in Canada, but I was sitting there thinking like, what was I doing when I was 15? When I was 15, I could speak 3 languages. And everybody in my school could speak 2 languages. I'm talking about a school of 400 people. There was like maybe a handful of people who were in the English only program, but everybody in my school could speak French and English and like compose essays in both languages. This is shocking. Like, what is happening with the basic education system in the United States? And I honestly thought when I was watching this, like, who is there if the parents don't care, if the school doesn't care? Like, is it your neighbors that, like, if that was like my neighbor and I found out that their kid couldn't read, I'd try to set up one of those little free libraries in their neighborhood so they could read free books. Like, this is crazy. Because if you can't read when you're in high school, that means you can't read the road signs to drive. That means you can't go to college. That means you can't, like, go shopping. That means you can't get to your doctor. That means you can't get a good job if you can't read. Like, I saw this thing on NBC News that was shocking last year about this girl who got into college and she couldn't read because she was using a phone to dictate everything to her. She couldn't actually read correctly, or her reading comprehension was so low. And I just thought, like, what is going on? Like, this is a societal failure, not just like a failure of a kid or like their parents. This is something that is a society thing. It means that when that kid was young, the school didn't do parent teacher interviews to tell the parents you need to practice reading with them, or they didn't have an after school program at a library or so. I don't know. It just seems to me like it's a failure of children when they could achieve so many wonderful things in life if they could just read